Good evening, everybody. From Williams Valley, we have Game 2 of the 1998 season as the Trojans have traveled up here to meet the vicious Vikings of Williams Valley. As you can see, both squads coming out of the brand new dressing room up here at the Williams Valley field. The Vikings making their appearance on the field right at the moment. The Trojans over here getting ready to come on and go through their cheerleader lineup. And they'll be coming onto the field right now. Trojans coming off a big victory last week when they pummeled the Beavers of Lebanon Catholic by a score of 34-0. Both the offense and the defense really got it tuned up early in last week's ball game and played a really great defensive as well as offensive ball game. So tonight they take on these Williams Valley Vikings on a very, very beautiful evening. Absolutely gorgeous evening for football here in early September. There is not a cloud in the sky as we look around tonight, and the temperature at game time probably somewhere around 70, 72 degrees. It's like playing in your living room tonight so far, and it's really been a beautiful day. So the field is in, of course, excellent condition, a little bit dry, if anything, because of the lack of rain that we've had around for a while, but it should be just a great night of football here, and the Trojans, who are looking to make it 2-0 on the early going here in the season, will be back with the opening toss of the football game and then the opening kick shortly thereafter, and we'll see you in a couple minutes. Actually, it'll be only a second. The Vikings last week over at Newport played a good first half and had led the ball game over there by a score of 7-0 at halftime, but then fell apart in the second half due to, I understand, from turnovers and inexperience on this squad. They graduated, I think, 17 ball players from last year, and so they're young and they're pretty much in a growing process, and so it's hard to tell what the Vikings might do tonight here against our Trojans. They have Mace out there along with number 9 Jeremiah Samansky and the 61 for us, we'll pick him up in a minute. Eric Motter, that's it, and Dustin Mace. 6 is Dave Williams and Chris Hand, number 43, meeting out there as co-captains for the Vikings. So we'll have the toss of the coin coming up right now, and we'll see who's going to get the chance to do what first here. Looks like UD may have won the toss. They're talking to the Vikings. Or let's see. No, it looks like the Vikings have won the toss. And they will elect to receive, and they will defend, or the Trojans will defend the west goal. So we'll be set to go here in just a moment. Good luck to both squads, and we hope for no injuries and get a good ball game on tonight. Teeing it up out there is that number 6 for UDA, and that's Nick Huffman. Deep receive for the Vikings, 24, Nate Miller. Nate Miller back deep, along with Hand to receive the kick from Nick, and Tricky Nick will get this going here in just a second, and we'll have our football game underway. Here it comes, and there it goes. Kick is going to be taken out here, bounces right at the 14 or 16-yard line, rather. And up the middle he comes with it with a good drive all the way out here, finally tackled by number 21. Of the Trojans, Buffington and for Bueller in there on that tackle, number 70 for UD also. Ball spot at the 34-yard line will be 1st and 10. Up the middle they try to go with it, but Williams is tackled almost immediately as they get in there quickly. Nick Huffman on the initial hit, but it looks like Mace and 60 is Grave. Terry Grave making a stop that time. Picked up 3 out to the 40 or 38-yard line rather. 2nd down and 7. Cesnalevich is the quarterback for the Vikings. He hands this one off, tries to cut it over this way, goes Williams, but he's tackled almost the line of scrimmage. Huffman coming up with a stop. That's Nick Huffman for UDA making the stop on that one. Loss of maybe a half a yard or so on the play. It'll be 3rd down and a long 7 or maybe 8. Good defensive play that time by Nick Huffman. Nick's a big kid and playing very well this year in his first outing last week. As lines up as fullback on the squad and playing defensive back here now. The motion comes over this way. Back to pass goes Cesarevich. Getting a pretty good rush. Has a block. Fires one downfield. It is complete. to Williams, but not enough for the first down as he gets hit at the 43-yard line. And it will be fourth down and about a foot or so, maybe fourth and very short. Wow. So the Trojans look as though the Vikings look as though they're going to punt. So the Trojans now scrambling around as they weren't sure whether the Vikes would go for this or what. And Raybuck will punt this one away. Here's a punt coming down this way, and it bounces around the 30-yard line. It's going to be downed right there. Nate Miller making the down of the football for the Trojans at the 30-yard line. So it'll be first and 10 for the Trojans to go on offense. And that means that Tony the Tiger Motter will be back there along with Nick Huffman in the backfield. UDA will use, of course, Jim Buffington. Jimbo had a great game last week at QB. And he'll be going at it tonight as they line up in the I formation. Huffman the fullback, and now they'll go to a split back here with Tony Motter, 32. Huffman has it, up the middle he goes with it, still on his feet, gains about 5 out to the 35 or 36. We'll see where they spot it. They say it's at the 36-yard line. Gain of 6 will be second down and 4. Nice run that time by Nick Huffman on his first try. Trojans with that real pass offense that will keep these young Vikings honest all night, I'm sure, because Buffington can throw. They've got good receivers out there again this year. They'll split out Smith on the far side along with Hunter. The tight end on this side is Shell. Up the middle goes Huffman again, and this time he stopped after about a yard or so. Not much more than that.
For the Vikings,
6 here again, a little talking to him. Got a little over the rambunctious about that stop that time, but gain of maybe a yard. Third and three. Coming up, Szymanski, one of the flankers out on the far side of the field this time. They'll set up in the I formation now with Tony Motter has the pitch. Tony Motter's got 5. Tony's got more than 5. Drives it all the way to the 50-yard line where he's going to be tackled out there. 32. Raybuck brings him down out there, but a nice run by that Tony the Tiger Motter. Good job, Tony. Boy, Tony had a great game last year, over 100 yards. Last week, over 100 yards, both on the ground and in the air. Picked up a fumble and ran it back last week. I think it was on a punting situation, as I recall. At any rate, first and 10, right from the 49-yard line, really, of the Vikings. Same formation for UDA. This time they hand off again to Motter. Motter over the middle. Motter going to try to go around the side over there, and he's tripped up as he gets to the 40-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play. It'll be just short of the first down, but boy, Tony with a good opening that time as that veteran offensive line of the Trojans really opening up some holes for Tony, and Tony able to bring it down for just about a first down, second down, and less than 1 to go. You can see the gap opening up for Tony, and had Tony not got tripped up by that fella in the back, just came up behind him, he might have gotten a whole lot more out of that. So we're looking at a second down and about less than a 1. Passing play, back goes Buffington, fires one downfield. Man is out here. It is incomplete. Incomplete, they rule it. Intended out there for Dave Shell, but Nate Miller defending very nicely for Williams Valley that time, and Dave was unable to haul that one in, although there was a battle for it for a moment there, and then neither one of them could handle it. So it goes as an incompletion and brings up a third down and less than a yard. Jim really floated that one out there very nicely. Just that the defender was right there on Dave and wouldn't let him loose. Szymanski and Hunter flanked out on the far side of the field. Shell in tight on this side as, again, Tony Motter will line up in the backfield as the running back. Tony's got it, skips ahead for several. Over the middle he goes with it, down to the 31 or 2-yard line. They'll spot it at the 31. Another first down for UDA and another nice scamper, probably picking up about 8 or so on that run. So it'll be first and 10, UDA. Trojans with that veteran line, like I was telling you, just doing a job out here on the defensive lines. Here comes Motter. Motter around the left side. Motter picking his way up across the 25, or nearly to the 25-yard line. Raybuck in there again with Williams. And another nice gain for Tony, picking up 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 5.
About 5 to the 25.
The Trojans just keeping it up now as they'll look at a second down and 5 from the 25-yard line of the Vikings. Smoothness would be the word for the Trojans so far. Pass. Slant inside, intended for Jeremy Szymanski. But Jeremiah could not hang on to that one. A little behind maybe. Jeremiah had to reach back after that one, and so it'll be incomplete. Hand over there defending for the Vikings. Brings up a third down and 5. Again, number 31, Chris Smith, coming into the ball game. On a 3rd and 5. Smith and Hunter flanked out on the far side of the field. On a 3rd and 5, we'll stay back here now and see if they want to throw one here. Again, Tony Motter lines up in the backfield. Handoff is to Motter. Motter up the middle, dives ahead nearly for the first down. If they give him the distance, they will. Okay, he'll have a first down at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, UDA. First down up at Dauphin. Again, Tony Motter just running real well out there for the Trojans. So now we'll see what they like to do with this. Will they stay on the ground here and grind this final 20 yards out, or do they want to go to the air maybe? We'll see. Buffington hands this one off to Huffman, and Nick has a yard or so, but a flag is thrown in there where generally holding might have shown its ugly head, and it is. A hold on the Trojans will be called. So that'll set UD back 5 and bring up a 1st and 15, one would think. We'll see. Actually, it's a 10-yard penalty, marked from the spot of the foul and goes all the way back to the 33-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 23.
First down.
So now the Trojans do get some room to throw. Over the middle. The slant-in pass nicely thrown over there to Jeremiah Szymanski. Szymanski with it down to the 20-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10. Well thrown pass that time, and Jeremiah able to hang on to that one very nicely and got 10 yards, or 13 yards out of it rather. And it brings up a second down 10 now for UDA. Second and 10 for the Trojans. They're on the Viking 20-yard line. Again, Tony the Tiger will line up in the backfield as the running back. Pitches back to Motter. Motter's going to try to turn the corner with it, and he's got some running room as there's a couple of missed tackles out there. He gets it down to the 24-yard line, gain of about 4, or down to the 15 rather. Gets about 4 yards out of it. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Handscheib and Williams all in a stop that time. So
ball around the 14-yard line. How's the Vikings?
See what happens now with this one on a 3rd and 6 from the 16-yard line of Williams Valley. They put Szymanski out on the near side, Hunter on the far side of the field on this 3rd and 6. Looking, Buffington right over the middle. He goes with it complete for a first down. As another slant-in pattern out there, run nicely, and catch made by number 16, George Hunter this time. And Hunter slants in for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal now from the 4-yard line. So UDA taking advantage of the weak pass defense out there right now, as the Trojans have, well, just about anything going that they want to do. So we'll see if Motter will get the call this time. He'll line up again as the running back. Handoff is to Motter. Motter goes around the side. Can he get in? No, down to about the 1 where he's wrapped up. And it'll be second down and a goal from about the 1-yard line.
82.
Throw on a 2nd and 1.
For the Vikings, Hunter, number 6, Williams.
Let's come in there now, lining up as the fullback for UDA. Just picked up Jason, number 42, position that Nick Huffman played last week, but Stinscombe in there now. Began the football game. Here's Motter going in for 6 as he plunges in for 1 yard out. From 1 yard out, it's 6-0 Trojans 6, Vikings nothing. Good series that time for UDA. The only one Negative in it was the incompletion on one pass and the holding penalty. Otherwise, Trojans in charge on that series, and they'll be trying the extra point now. And again, it'll be Brian Faust holding for Jim Buffington. Jim was 4 out of 5 last week, I believe it was. Kick is the placement's down. Kick is up. Kick is good.
It's good.
It didn't make it by a whole lot, but it doesn't have to. So it'll be 7-0 now with the Trojans getting set to kick off to the Vikes. That's 45 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Trojans up 7-0. Once again, Nick Huffman has her teed up out here at the 40-yard line, getting ready to kick off. Number 24, the Bammer Bats in there for UD. Laudenschlager, number 22. We'll find some of these guys as we go along here. I think Barge is in there also. Here's the kick. Low kick, but taken out here at the 21-yard line. Here comes Whitcomb, I think he said, and he'll bring it all the way out to the 40-yard line. Not a bad run back that time. Bam Bats in there. Way to go, Bammer, making the stop that time for UDA. And it'll be placed in play at the 41-yard line, where it'll be first down Vikings. Cole Sesnalevich is a sophomore, and he is the quarterback out there. Remember Cole playing little Viking football just a couple of years ago. Good athlete. He hands this one off, and coming up the middle with it is that Williams, and Williams is tackled almost immediately as number 56, Mace, grabs a hold of him in there. And Dustin with a good stop. Picked up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now ball out to the 42.5, maybe 43-yard line, somewhere in there. Nice defensive play by that big guy out there. That's that Dustin Mace. And we'll go on a 2nd down and 8. In motion. Says has it. Pitches it back. 43 has it. Oh, and a big miss over there by UD at 43 with a good run all the way down here as Nick Huffman had a shot at him, but he just bounced right off of him. And Nick got stung on that one as he tried to tackle him high, and that didn't count. That didn't work at all, so it'll be down at the 35-yard line of Upper Dauphin now, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 1st and 10 now. Chris Hand with that last run. Did a good job on that one. Here's a handoff over there, number 6, and he drives ahead for a couple of yards. Williams, before he's tackled in there by number 64. That's that Campbell. And he made a stop on him after a gain of nearly 4, or 3 anyway. It'll be 2nd and 7 now, we'll call it. Ball is at the 31.5, 32-yard line of the Trojans. First threat of the evening, you might say, for the Vikings. They got it down at the Trojan 32. Sneaking it ahead is Cole Sesnalevich, and Cole will drive it for a couple of more yards down around the area of the 26 or 7-yard line. Any number of Trojans there, and they're making a stop. Campbell again getting up off the pile last, but I think Dundee Wrestler and a whole bunch were in there on him. 71 back into the ball game. That's Jason Brandel coming in there now to play that right tackle spot. It's a handoff, and again, this time Williams is going to go nowhere.
Stopped initially by number 71 and 22.
Randall and Laudenschlager making the stop. Randall getting up last.
4th and 1.
4th down, 1 yard to go, and timeout's going to be called by the Vikings. So they'll be looking at a 4th and 1 play. They are on the 26-yard line of UDA, and we'll be right back after this Viking timeout. The Viking timeout is over. A big play coming up here for the Vikings here in the early going of this ball game. We've got a minute and a half left here in the first quarter. This is a 4th down and 1. Motion coming over this way. Sesnalevich with a long count call. He'll sneak it ahead, and flags on the play. Hold it. Someone may have left early for the Vikings. I believe we could have a penalty on this one, a dead ball, illegal procedure, a false start. Against the Vikes, this will make it a 4th down and 6, and so I would guess the Trojans, or the Vikings now will probably, well, let's see, it's on the 31-yard line, so I guess they'll try it from there. What the heck, I would. Says is getting a call here from the coaching staff, Mr. Schwalm, Coach Schwalm down here, so he has decided that they will go for this on a 4th and 6 now. Tight end in there is that Jason Bowman, number 88 for the Vikings. Here's a 4th down 6 play. In motion, goes hand. Quarterback still has it. He tries to sneak it ahead, but he's not going to make it. He comes up about 2 or 3 yards short. And it will be 1st and 10 for the UDA Trojans, now on the 27-yard line. Bauer and Grafe in there making the stop that time for the Trojans. And so now they'll go back on offense with just a minute 24 remaining here in the first quarter. Ball will be at the 28-yard line of UDA. And Hunter this time will flank out on the near side of the field. Szymanski on the far side on his 1st and 10. Again, the Tony the Tiger lining up as the running back for UD. Tiger has it, and Tony breaks away one tackle, breaks another tackle, goes all the way out here to the 43-yard line or 2-yard line. Han and Berger making a stop out there. At 67 also on that play for the Vikings. Reepson. But another nice run for Tony Motter. It is a 1st down, so it's 1st and 10. Tony with another good burst that time, picking up about 10.5 yards that time. Not a whole lot over the 10 yards, but that's all he needed, of course. So this time we have Chris Smith, Smith will flank on the near side of the field. Again, a handoff is to Motter, and Motter will still stay at his feet, but then finally stop down here. Williams making the initial hit. Scheib coming up to make the coup de grace on him. But anyway, not much on that play, maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Trojans probably want to go to the air on this one on 2nd and 9. The ball's at the 38-yard line or so of UDA. 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Back to pass goes Buffington. He's looking, fires one over the middle. It is incomplete. Intended over here for Szymanski. But a little high and a little hard thrown that time. Jeremiah couldn't quite reach that one at all. So it brings up a 3rd down and 9 for UDA. That did stop the clock, of course, with just 15 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. So perhaps time for one more play. Trojans would like to get a 1st down on this one. Now it's 3rd down and 9. Don't want to stall here. We want to keep this one going. Again, now it'll be Tony Motter lining up as the running back. And 42 jumped off sides for the Vikings. Chuck Rothamel jumping off sides for Williams Valley. And that's going to mark it ahead 5 for the Trojans. And bring up a better situation here. Now it'll be 3rd down and 4 or 3, long 3. Ball at the 44-yard line of UDA.
3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5. Come on, Jim. It's 3rd and maybe 4, but certainly not 5. Okay, let's see what happens here now. Pitches over there for Motter, and Tony's going to get caught in the backfield this time. As 79, Fry come in there and make the stop on him. Yep, Nate Fry making a big hit that time. So Nate coming off there, a happy Viking. And that's going to end the first quarter here in our ball game. It is 7-0. UDA at the end of 1. The Trojans will be looking at a 4th down and about just about 7 or just about 8 actually. The ball will be on the 40-yard line of Upper Dauphin when we come back. 4th down play coming up. 4th down play now as we begin the second quarter here at Williams Valley. Nick Huffman back to punt for the first time this evening as the Trojans looking at that 4th and about 7. Excellent snap. Good rush, and the kick is off nicely. Comes over this way and is going to get a good UD roll picked up at the 15-yard line. And he'll drive it ahead to about the 17 or 18, where 1st down will occur. Shell coming up to make the hit along with Hunter for UD. The ball is placed at the 17-yard line. Now 1st and 10 for the Vikings. So the Vikes go at it again. Sesnelevich from the 18, his own 18, 1st and 10. Handoff is to number 6, Williams. He'll dive ahead for maybe a yard to the 18, 19-yard line. Stopped in there by number 16, Hunter. Made the first hit on him.
Gain about a yard, 2nd and 9.
Adam Miller.
2nd down and 9. Miller checking into the ball game for the Vikings, number 20. Bringing the play in. He'll flank himself out on the far side of the field. Otherwise, the other end in tight on this side of the field on this 2nd down and 9. Says hands this one off and coming up the middle with it, but losing a yard. Is coming in there to make the stop on him is that number 6 Huffman and Wrestler, but Nick Huffman making a good stop on him that time too, along with Dundee. 3rd down and 9. Now the ball at about the 18.5, whatever, yard line. Vikings unable to get uncorked here at the moment. Trojan defense playing very well. Number 26 in there, Matt Bauer, as a defensive back for UD. Says wants to throw, shuffles it ahead here, and the shovel pass is going to work this time. His hand will bring it out to the 31-yard line. That's enough for the first down. So an excellent call that time by Williams Valley, as they had everybody charging in there. Cesnalevich dropping back with it, but then shuffling ahead there for hand in hand with a nice run all the way out to the 31-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for the Vikings. You got to give the Vikes credit on that one. They executed that very well. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle with it goes Williams again, and Williams takes it out to the 36-yard line. Hunter and Grafe making the stop for UD. What a nice gain on that play of about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Dundee Wrestler back into the ball game for UD. Oh, we'll see what they do here now on a 2nd down and 5. Single set in the backfield for Williams Valley. Handoff is to Williams again, and he'll drag it ahead for a couple of more yards to the 39-yard line. About a yard or two short of the first down to bring up a 3rd down and a long yard, or maybe 2. Mason Huffman in there on the stop for the Trojans. Okay, on a 3rd and 2. Ball at the 39-yard line of Williams Valley. Says hands this one off again, and this time it's going to be 4th and 1. As Williams got to the 40-yard line, and that's all. He's going to be short of the first down by, well, he should be, but now they're giving him a pretty good spot here. Wow. And it's going to be close enough to measure now. Initially, it didn't look that way, but now they're going to have this spot out here, and I think from here, he just might have it. This will be very close, very close. We'll put our calibrated eyeball on this one. I say he missed it by about 2 inches. No, he made it by about an inch. Okay, well, first mistake of the season. So at any rate, the Vikings with another first down now, keeping their drive alive out here at the 40-yard line, or 41-yard line, actually. First and 10. Motion coming over this way. Says he'll hand it off, and no, he doesn't. He pitched it over here for hand, and he is tripped up out here as Nick Huffman come up, made the stop on him. Faked me out that time a little bit. It'll be at the 46-yard line, 2nd down and 5. Checks out of the ball game for UD.
2nd and about 5.
2nd and 5 now for Williams Valley. This time it's going to be Williams again, and Williams gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Hard to say. I think he lost about a half a yard on that one. Back at the 45-yard line. Pile of Trojans in there on that one, making a good stop. Stacked him up very quickly. 3rd down and just about 6. Good defensive play that time. Trojans needed that one. And we'll see what the Vikes do on this 3rd down and 6. Cesnalevich has him over the ball at the 45. Says looks like he wants to throw. Fires one down the right side. It is incomplete.
to center for Hand.
Hand was the intended receiver. Trojans had Bauer over there, along with Huffman and Tony Motter defending on the play. But it'll bring up a fourth down play now, so the Trojans hold them here at their own 45-yard line. And they'll drop number 32, Raybuck, back there for the punt.
Number 3, Savage.
Jimmy Savage back to receive this along with Motter, and the ball's going to be, let's see, allowed to bounce and stay out of there, Trojans. Let's see. Okay, it's going to be finally down here at the 25-yard line or around there someplace. We'll see where they spot it. 1st and 10 UD now. On the 25, it'll be 1st and 10 UDA. 7 minutes and 3 seconds remaining here in the first half. Trojans lead 7-0. They got stymied on their last offensive series, but let's see if we can pick it up now. Traveling west here at the ballpark here in the second quarter. Passing situation. Firing. Incomplete. Fired it behind number 9, Szymanski. Jeremiah not in a position to receive that one as the ball was thrown behind him. Hunter also over there, but Szymanski, I believe, was the intended receiver, and Jim's pass right behind him. As you can see Jer turn around trying to find that one. So Jim not particularly sharp here at the moment, but he will certainly get better. 2nd down, 10 coming up. Again, it'll be Motter lining up as the running back. Motter's got it. Motter up the middle with it. Got a couple of good yards out to the 25-yard or 30-yard line rather. Picking up nearly 5 on the play. 3rd down and 5. Gained about 5. 3rd and 5. Again, Tony Motter with a fine effort up the middle. 3rd and 5 coming up. 3rd and 5. Eric Motter, 61, is the center out there for UD. Pass, setting a screen, fires one over here. It is complete. This is Nick Huffman. And Nick will dive ahead to the 35-yard line, close to the first down. Very close to the first down. And timeout called. It is a first down. Yep. Just enough. Dick is stretching out there at the very end, and Mahoney making a stop in there on him. But it was a good effort there for Nick Huffman as he completed the play by lunging ahead there with the lengthy body he's got. He's going to check out of the ball game now. Coming in to replace him, Jason Stenscombe for Upper Dauphin. But a good first down effort that time by that Nick Huffman. 1st and 10 UDA. The ball just on the other side of the 35-yard line now here in Upper Dauphin territory. 5:39 remaining. Pitch is over there for Motter. Motter takes it along the left side. Bounces off a couple of would-be tacklers and gets out to the 44-yard line.
And then also number 29, Fry.
Nice run that time by that Tony Motter. Again, picking up 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. 64 checks out of the ball game for UD. 2nd down, about 2. Pass. Firing over this way, incomplete. That time Jim got a big rush on him. The pass was intended for Shell, but Jim Buffington that time got bumped as he threw that one, and the ball came out of there. Kind of looked like it might have been tipped, or Jim's arm was hit as he threw that one. Not too much of a pass defense on Jimbo that time. It was supposed to be a quick pass, and it was, but the Vikings were in there very quickly on it too. So 3rd down and 2. So we're going to give this one here to the Tiger. Nope, hold everything. Motion somewhere in the line. We'll see who. Vikings lined up off sides, and they'll give Upper Dauphin a first down as they'll march the ball out to the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans. So the Vikes kind of goofing up that time for sure. Pick up a offsides penalty on the defensive line and gives the Trojans a 1st and 10. This time they split the backs, but Tony may go back in, and nope, they're going to stay split. The handoff is to Motter. Motter over the left side again. He's going to be grabbed this time and thrown down as Fry comes up and makes a good stop on Tony the Tiger that time. And Tony getting up a little slowly that time as Tony felt awful lonely out there. He had no blocking, and Fry was able to come in there quickly and make the stop on him. No gain on the play, no loss. It's second down, 10. Mike's not doing that badly here in this series. The opening series, the Trojans had it pretty much their way, but since that time, they've been, kind of holding the UD. Bauer in the slot on this side this time. A passing situation. Buffington looking, fires one over the middle. Incomplete. Oh! Hunter just missed that one, and he was open. And the ball was there, but the ball just eluded George Hunter that time. Yep, probably should have had it. Fourth down coming up. Or rather, third down coming up. Third down. Third and 10. Oh, boy, was he open across the middle that time. Wow. He'll flank out on the left side of the field. On the near side, here comes Szymanski on this 3rd and 10. We'll stay back a little bit. 3rd and 10. Covington, lots of time this time. Dumps one down the field. Man is out here. It is going to be caught by Szymanski, and Szymanski will go down to the 1-yard line. Good catch by Szymanski, and a great pass by that Jimbo Buffington. Just laid that one out there very nicely, and Szymanski running right under it. Took it at about the 20-yard line, somewhere in that neighborhood, and then took it all the way down to the 1-yard line. So Trojans with a big strike there. And it'll be first and goal from the 1. And shaken up on the play over here on the side, and he's going to come off. He's okay, but he was defending on the play in the last one, and he is one of their premier ball players, and so they can ill afford to lose Chris. But he looks like he's going to be okay. He probably got the wind knocked out of him, maybe. So it'll be first and goal for the Trojans from the Viking 1. Stinscomb in at fullback for UD. And it'll be Savage lining up now as the running back. Jimmy Savage lines up with the running back here this time for UDA. Handoff is to Savage. Savage dives in for the touchdown. Jimmy Savage from a yard out. So Jim, who got the call that time, takes that one in very nicely and makes it a 13-0 ball game. Congratulations, Jimbo. And we'll be back for that extra kick here in just a second. Again, we'll hold for Buffington. These guys have been good. This combination have been really good. Snapper has been excellent. Good snap. Down is the placement. Kick is up. Kick is good. And we've got a 14-0 ball game now as the Trojans will get set to kick off again to the Vikings with 4 minutes remaining here in the first half of our ball game. We'll be right back. 4 minutes remaining here in the first half, and it's 14-0.
Kim Savage. The Bauer Savage.
So here we go now as Nick Huffman again has her teed up this time. He'll be kicking it to the west here at the ballpark. And here comes Nick's kick. It's good. Right down the middle. Bounces and picked up at the 14-yard line. Hands got it. Up the middle he comes with it. Good run all the way out here until he's finally slung down outside there. Number 28. 28 is Keeney. In there on the stop, and Cucker, number 1 for UDA, making the stop that time. Good coverage by those young fellows out there. And the ball is placed at the 33-yard line where it'll be first and 10 Vikings. 3 minutes, 52 seconds left here in the first half. Sesnelevich again trying to test this UD defense. He'll pass, fires one over the side. It is complete and tackled almost immediately out there. It's number 88. That's Bowman, Jason Bowman. It's Szymanski and Hunter out there on the stop. Jason Bowman making a good catch that time. Gain of 7 on the play. It'll be second down and 3. Ball just shy of the 40-yard line of Williams Valley. Jason Bowman lines up as a tight end for the Vikings. Hand comes in motion. Handoff is up the middle, and going up the middle with it is Williams, and he'll drive it out to the 45-yard line, a first down. Williams, Hand, and some of these guys really doing everything they can for the Vikings and having a good ball game. Williams with a nice rush that time, picking up about 5 or so on the play, out to the 45-yard line. First and 10, Vikings. One thing's for sure, these Vikings will not quit. Says still has it. going to try to up the middle himself and gets a couple of yards before 42. Stinscomb comes up and makes a stop on him. And Jason knocking him down out there. After a gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 8. Ball is at the 48-yard line of the Vikings. 2 minutes, 27 seconds, and the clock moving now is what remains in the first half of our ball game. UDA up 14-0. Says looks like he wants to throw. Looking over this way. Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 32, or 82 rather. Hunter, I guess, but goes as an incompletion. The ball was very well thrown, and I'm not sure exactly why Hunter did not catch that one, but bring up 3rd down 8.
He's not on the roster.
Oh. Okay. Next play, little push pass again. This time it's intercepted by Wrestler. Wrestler with the ball tumbles down and gets a 6.9 on the Richter scale as Wrestler catches that pitch and takes it down to the 27-yard line. Way to go, Dundee. Oh, if he just could have got it going, he said. If he could have got it going, he has that blazing 4.6 speed. That's miles per hour, I mean. Oh, way to go, Dundee. All right. You wonder if he's happy, huh? Uh-huh. Okay, UD will put it back in play.
There is no 82.
Okay. He'll put it back in play now at the 28-yard line. Timeout called Upper Dauphin. Trojans like to think this one over. They're in shock out here with that big interception. So 1st and 10 coming up for UD. The UD timeout is over. We've got 1:56 remaining here in the first half. Trojans on the Viking 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Tony the Tiger Motter back in as running back. Pass over the middle. This time it's going to be a slant in attempted for Shell. Dave comes up with a bad hand. Jason Bowman covering out there for the Vikings, but ball kind of underthrown that time by Jim. Never did get that one off too well and bring up a 2nd down and 10. Shell's going to go as a flanker again on this near side of the field for UDA. Szymanski flanked on the far side. Pitches over there for Motter. Motter, the flag on the play, and Motter is belted. And down he goes, but there is a flag on the play.
71 shy.
Holding's called against UDA on that last play, so that nullifies the run and puts the ball back to the 39-yard line now, where it'll be 2nd down and 20 for the Trojans. 2nd and 20, definitely a passing situation. We'll stay back a little bit on a 2nd and 20. Puffington back to pass, fires one downfield, and it's going to be intercepted by Miller at the 3-yard line. Coming up to make the stop is Shell, but Miller picks that one off. First interception of the evening for Williams Valley, but he's got it down at the 2-yard line. So not good field position, but anyway, 1:18 remaining here in our first half of our ball game. So first INT for Jim here in the ball game. And we'll see what the Vikes can do with this now. With 1:18 left here. So the Trojans giving the ball up at the 2-yard line. Up the middle with it. Says try to get a little running room out there. Brings it out near the 5-yard line. Gain of 2 or 3 on the play. Actually, 2.5, whatever. 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and 8 for the Vikings. Sednalevich over center. Hand comes in motion. Handoff is to Thompson, or Williams rather. And Williams runs it out to about the 7 or 8-yard line. Hunter making the stop on him out there, along with Dundee Wrestler. Gain of 3 more on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 5. Okay, a 3rd down and 5 now for the Vikings. And that's going to be the last play of the half as the timeout, or as the time ran out, I mean. 42 Stinska making a stop on Williams, but that did it for the first half. So a good first half for UD. It's 14-0 here at the halftime. The Trojans will go into the locker room enjoying that lead, and we'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
be here tonight.
Well, the ball teams are back on the field. Upper Dauphin will receive the kick to begin the second half of play here at Williams Valley. Holding that 14-0 lead, Trojans will be able to put it on offense to begin the second half, and we'll see what kind of a kick they get off here.
Each receive number 3, Savage, and number 32, Motter.
Savage and Motter back to receive this opening kick of the second half, and here it comes, and it's going to go right down the middle. It's going to be taken there by Savage. Savage with it at the 20, the 25, 30, 35, and still on his feet, and finally tripped up here at the 36 or 7 yard line.
36-yard line.
Nice run back there by number 3, Jim Savage. And the Trojans will put it in play. 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. See if Jimbo can get them uncorked early here. They did the first series of the first half, the opening time they had the football on offense during the first half. See if we can do it again now. First play gives the ball to Motter. Motter taking off around the left side over here, and he's got some good running room all the way up to the 50-yard line. Good run that time, and again, Tony shaking off would-be tacklers left and right out there and picks himself up about, so what was it, 17, 18 yards? Let's see, he was on the 32 or something like that. Not sure, first down anyway. Just about midfield, the ball just laying with the tip of the ball at the 50-yard line. Now again, it'll be Tony Motter lining up as a running back behind Huffman. Here comes Bauer, and Bauer still on his feet, driving it ahead down to the 46 or 42-yard line. Check that, Matt Bauer with a nice run that time. Boy, Matt really picking him up and laying him down initially there, and he'll check out of the ball game. Szymanski and Stinscomb coming into the Trojan lineup now to replace Bauer, and
Gave about 9 on the play, ball is shy of the 40.
Huffman checking out. Stinscomb lines up at the fullback for UD. Let's see. He'll get the ball and move it ahead only a yard or two. Mahoney making a stop out there. Fry also, and Shibe rather.
There's enough for the first down.
That was Stinscomb. He got enough for the first down. 1st and 10, UDA. The ball will be at the 39-yard line of the Vikes. Stinscomb remains in there now as they put Tony Motter at the running back position again. Shell lined up at the tight end. Flankers out on both sides for UD. This time it's going to be Motter again. Motter driving it down to about the 36-yard line. They should give him a little bit of forward progress there. Well, make it to 37. Tony gets up a little slowly, but he's going to be okay, I think. Looks like he might have got whacked on the right hand or left hand that time, but seems like he'll be all right. Gain of just about 3. 2nd down and a long 7. Again, Hunter and Szymanski flank out on the far side of the field. And again, Tony Motter lines up as the running back for UDA. Jim wants to throw, looking, getting fine protection, fires one over to the side. It is complete over there, and they're going to try to bring it back inside. It's Hunter. And Reepson makes the stop, but there is a flag over there. Personal foul against the passer called against Williams Valley, so that'll tackle on 15 yards to the back of this play, I think. So let's see where they spot it from. They'll talk to the Trojans. Now, maybe they won't take. I'm sure how much yardage they made on the play, but surely not enough. They will take the penalty, I'm sure. Official talking over. We'll see it here in just a second. Eric Motter out there, 61 for UD, making the decision here. 15 yards at the end of the play. He'll take the ball all the way down to the 15-yard line of Williams Valley. So the Vikings did not need that, that's for sure, but they put it on there after the pass was thrown. I don't think we have it on the video. I'd have to go back and look, but it would be 1st and 10 now for the Trojans on the 15-yard line of Williams Valley. Motter with it. down to the 10 and down to about the 8-yard line.
Nate Miller.
Good gain on the play, probably picking up 6 or 7. It'll be second down and 7.
Gain of about 7 on the play.
Say second and 7, second and 3 from about the 8-yard line. Second down, 3 yards to go. Savage will flank out on the far side of the field for UDA on this play. Stinscombe in as the fullback. Pass, firing over there. It is complete. It is to Chris Smith, or Josh Smith, rather. And Smith for a gain of about 2 on the play.
By number 67.
It will be, let's see, ball will be at the 4-yard line. First and goal now for UD from the 4-yard line. And again, this time they'll put Jim Savage as a flanker on the near side of the field. They split the back. No, they'll go back into the I formation again in the backfield. Motter this time. Tony going to stop. Gets down to the 2. And that's all. It'll be second and goal from about the 2.
Number 79, Fry
and Reepson making the stop in there along with Willams for UD.
From the 2.
Or for the Vikings, rather. Second down goal. UD looking to put their 20th point on the board here, if we can crunch this one in now, from about 2 yards out. Same lineup for the Trojans. And this time Tony Motter's got it, and Tony will go in without being tackled as he takes it in from 2 yards out and gives the Trojans their 20th point. It is 20-0 with an extra point try coming up here. 24 remaining here in the third period. Trojans now with a 20-0 score and an extra point try again coming up. Again, it will be Faust Holding and Buffington with the kicking for the extra point try. Good snap. Placement's down. Kick is up. Kick is no good this time.
No good.
Short and off to the right. Don't know what happened to that one, but at any rate, not good. And so it remains 20-0 with 7:24 left here in the third period. We'll be back with the Trojan kickoff here in just a moment. Good job, fellas. Way to go. Nick the kicker Huffman has her teed up on the 40. Getting ready to kick off once again tonight. And let's see what we can do with this one. Kick right down the middle of the field. He goes with it. Taken at the 16, dribbled once, picked up by Miller, and he'll rush it ahead here now and still on his feet, dragging it all the way out here to the 33 or 34-yard line. A nice run back that time as Keeney and Buffington making the stop out there for the Trojans. Ball's at the 33, first and 10. Mace calling the defensive signals for UDA.
Yeah, we're here, Coach.
Sesnalevich at the QB, hands it off. Coming over this side is Undercuffler.
Tackle there by number 26.
Got a couple of yards out of that.
And number 9.
Looks like Samansky and Bauer making the stop out there, along with Grafe for the Trojans. Okay, on a second and 10, no gain on the last play. Says looks like he wants to throw. He's looking, got a man out here, fires it down here. It is complete, and hand goes out of bounds. He's bumped out of there by Hunter. But it is enough for the first down as they get the ball out to the 46-yard line. So the Vikings pick up a first down. First and 10, Vikings. First and 10 from the 46-yard line of Williams Valley. Pitches over there for a hand, and he's got it, and he is going to be written down out here as coming up to make the stop on him is number 32, Tony Motter. But a gain on a play of just about 7-yard line, or 7 yards, out to the 47 or 48-yard line of UDA. Second and 3. Smith back into the ball game, taking Motter's place for UD. Second and 2 or 3. Hand in motion. And Williams, rather. Goes to the 43 or 44. Hunter making the stop out there, but a first down for the Vikings, I would think. Yep, it is. 1st and 10. Williams Valley, they're at the Trojan 44-yard line, they'll put it. So, again, the Vikings would be on the move here. They just seem to run into trouble of some kind, sometimes of their own making. Here's Says. He's rolling the pass. He's looking downfield. Fires one down this way. It is tipped and incomplete off the hands of Jeremiah Szymanski, who was out there defending on it. Hunter was the intended receiver, but Szymanski making a good defensive play out of that one. Just about picked that off the way it looked from here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Says, from his own 44-yard line. Up the middle it goes with Williams. Williams drags ahead for some good yardage, picking up about 7 or 8 on the play. Finally stopped in there by number 22, Laudenschlager. What a gain of 7 on the play. Be 3rd and 3 now for the Vikings. Nice run that time by that Williams again. He has been running hard tonight for the Vikes. The UDA 37-yard line on this 3rd down and about 3. Hand in motion. Handoff is to Williams again. Up the middle he goes with it. He is going to be close to the 1st down. Looks like he probably has it. Stopped in there by Mace, but looks to me like he has yet another 1st down, and he does. So Williams with the 1st down effort that time, and the ball is at the 33-yard line of UDA. Trojans with that shutout last week would like nothing better than to be able to shut out these Vikings here tonight. They've been successful so far, but the Vikings are on yet another sustained drive. Here's Says looking to pass, firing one down the middle. The ball tipped up in the air, and the ball is tipped out of there nicely, but there is a flag roughing the passer against UD. Well, that's going to get this Viking crowd riled up. It's got the kids riled up out here anyway, so UD will pick up a big one. 15 yards, take the ball all the way down or around the inside the 20-yard line anyway. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Looks like it's down to the 18, so it'll be 1st and 10 now. So the Trojan defense is going to have to really start to dig in. The Vikes on their best position of the ball game now. On the UDA 18. Says hands this one off. No, pitches it back over here, and number 36 Undercuffler down to near the 15. Gain of maybe 2 or 3 on the play. Szymanski making the stop on the play for UD. Ball will be spotted at the 15. Picked up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. 3 minutes, 52 seconds remaining here in the 3rd period. The clock is counting it on down here now. 2nd and 7 from the 15. Passing again, throwing one over this way, complete, and that's going to go in for 6. Yep, touchdown. Touchdown. So the Trojans got burnt on the little screen pass that time. Makes it a 20-6 ball game, and that's a big one for the Vikings. That should stir them up here now, as they know they can score. And they have, and they've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in period number 3, and the Vikes will go looking for an extra point try now. 20-6 is the score, and Vikes will look to make it a 20-7 ball game. See what happens. Snap's good. It's down. Kick is up. It is no good. It's blocked. So the score remains 20-6, and the Trojans will be getting the ball back, but we got to give the Vikes a little credit. They did a good job that time. 15-yard penalty on the roughing the passer helping, but a nice pass play to get them 6. 4-0 remaining here in the 3rd period, 20-6 UD by 14. Lions back there to kick it off now for the Vikings. Modern Savage back to receive this kick for UDA. And we'll see what happens here now. Trojans are 3:40 left here in the 3rd quarter when they get the ball now. See if we can get the offense going. Now, we've been stymied a little bit last time, but, well, wait a minute. Timeout. We've got a flag on the play. I think the Vikings may have been offside on the kick. We'll see. So we're indeed offsides, and they'll get penalized 5 yards, take the ball back to the 35, and they'll re-kick it. No time off the clock, so we still have 3:40 remaining here in the 3rd. Savage and Motter back to receive this kick. And they have, between the two of them, been returning these. Tonight, kicker gets them off pretty nice. Here's a nice kick. Going to be taken by Jim Savage at the 28-yard line. He's at the 30, the 35. Jim spins around the left side over here, still on his feet, gets away from one tackler, busts it down, still on his feet, down to the 37-yard line. Excellent run back by that Jimbo Savage. Taking it all the way down here to the 37. Way to go, Jimbo. 1st and 10, UDA. Nice run back. Good effort that time, as Jim had several would-be tacklers hanging all over him, and he broke several tackles and took it all the way to the 37 or 36-yard line. They'll spot it. Jim remains in the ball game now. He will line up as a flanker on the far side of the field. In the backfield is Motter at the running back position. Nick Huffman, the fullback. Passing situation, looking. Fires one down the field, man out there, but it's going to be intercepted as Hands got it. And then, let's see. Flag on the play now. Now, I'm not sure. Let's see what the flag's going to be. I think we might have a clip on Williams Valley. Looked like number 4 might have thrown a clip out there, but the pass was intended for Szymanski, picked off nicely by Hand. And there will be a clip on the play. There surely ought to be. After the play. So it should remain Williams Valley football. And they'll take it a half the distance penalty on it. Yeah, clip against the Vikes. So that'll take the ball back to the 2 or 3 or something like this. Back about the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Vikings. So Jim's been intercepted twice. And the Vikings have the ball with 97 yards to go for a TD. 3:16 remaining in the 3rd. Handoff, and going over there is Williams, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of 1 out to the 4.
Tackle there by number
Mace making the stop, and we have an injured Viking on the play. So we'll have an injury timeout. We'll be right back. Andrew Berger, the young fellow injured on the play. Looks like he might have injured his calf or maybe pulled a Charlie horse or something like that. But he's going to be okay. He's walking off under his own power. So that's good. And the Vikings will be putting it in play now on a 2nd down and a long 8. Ball at about just about the 5-yard line.
The 2nd about 8.
So here we go. Ball just short of the 5. Sesnelevitz, he's going to throw this one. Dumps one over here in a screen, but the pass is complete for a loss of a yard or so as Bauer coming up there to make the stop. Immediately, Matt smelled that one out very nicely and took Hand down for maybe a loss of maybe a yard on the play.
Vikings.
It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 or 10. And the Vikes call timeout with 2:45 left here in the 3rd. Right back. All right, here we go now on a 3rd down and just about 10. 3rd and 10. Ball back to the 2 or 3 yard line again now. It says Levitch will put this one in play. It says still has it. Pitches it back to Hand, and Hand's going to be tackled for a safety, I think. Yep. Oh, darn nearly. Yeah. The kids indicated it, but nope. They're going to say he got out.
4th down.
Sure looked like a safety from here, but he must have stretched it out. They laid it on the goal line practically there, as you can see. So it'll be 4th down. Trojans might like to put a big rush on here. They should get the ball back in great field position if indeed they can get a kickoff. Get a punt out of there. He'll be punting from the very back of his end zone. We'll have to watch this one. It's a good snap, and the punt is good. Out here it comes, not too deep. Taken out here by Tony Motter. Tony at the 27-yard line to the 25, and he's going to be held up right there as he gathers a crowd out there at the 25-yard line. But Trojans now will be 25 yards away from the end zone as they put this ball in play, 1st and 10.
For the Vikings, Leichner.
Undercuffler and Leichner making a stop on Tony the Tiger, but 1st and 10 now. Ball right at the 25-yard line of the Vikings. Minute 55 left here in the 3rd quarter for UDA. Handoff is to Motter. Tony will sneak away his way ahead down to the 21-yard line. Jason Bowman making the stop in there for the Vikings, they say. Second down, 7 yards to go for a first down. Savage checking back into the ball game. He'll replace Jeremiah Szymanski. He lines up in a slot on the near side of the field as the Trojans go back into that high formation with Stinscomb in there as the fullback. Pitches back over here, reverse. Coming up here comes Savage with it. Savage to the 5, and Savage in for 6. Touchdown. Jim Savage on the reverse from 21 yards out. That makes it a 27-6 or 26-6 ball game. Savage with his second touchdown of the evening. Goes in that time on the reverse from 21 yards out. Good blocking and a nice run out there by Jimbo Savage. Given the 26.2 UDA. It'll be an extra point try coming up here. And again, it'll be Faust Holding and Buffington with the extra point try. Oh, high snap. Kick is good. It is good. A little bit of a high snap that time, but Faust able to handle it to put the spot down. And we've got ourselves a 27-6 ball game. 1 minute, 7 seconds remaining here in the third. Trojans up by 21. Nick Savage ready to tee it up now. Or Nick Savage, I beg your pardon. Nick Huffman ready to tee it up. And here comes his kick. It is going to be a low line drive type kick. Ticked up back here. Well, maybe. Well, maybe not. Hands got it at the 3-yard line. And he brings it all the way out here where he is hit hard by number 28, 28 is Keeney. And 59.
And Keeney, the first and 10 for the Vikings.
Grafe, yep. Okay, way to go, fellas. The Trojans look like they're pretty much pumped up here now. And the ball will be laying at the 14-yard line of Williams Valley. First and 10. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute, 1 second remaining here in the third. Okay, here we go on a first down play for the Vikings from their own 13-yard line. Sesnalevich looking to throw one. Fires it over on the side. It is complete to Undercuffler. Catch is made. A gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. Taking them down out there is Hunter. And Hunter making the stop. Gain of 4 or long 3, whatever. Second down and an awful long 7, or a short 7. .30 seconds left here in the third. Vikings got beat last week, I think 34-7. They trail now 27-6.
Oh, no.
Says wants to throw it again. He's looking. He's firing one down this way. It is complete on a nice catch out here by number 82, Hunter, I think it is. Szymanski with the stop, but a nice catch at the 29-yard line. Enough for the first down. First and 10 Vikings. 11 seconds, 10 seconds. So that might have been the last play of the third quarter. I don't think the Vikes will get any more off. So we'll just mention that at the end of 3, it is 27-6 UDA. Fourth quarter coming up. Okay, first and 10 now for the Vikings as we put the fourth period into play. Cole Sesnalevich hands this one off, and this is going to be Williams again, and Williams bounces out for about a 2 maybe across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Szymanski and Hunter making the stop out there for UDA. Gain of a long yard, be second down. I'll call it second down and 9. Picked up 1. It's ball just inside the 30, or outside the 30-yard line. Second down and 9. Says still has it. He'll roll. He'll fire downfield here. Got a man out here, and it's overthrown. Hunter was the intended receiver with Tony Motter out there defending for UD. The ball overthrown both of them, and so it goes an incompletion. Will bring up a third down and 9. Third and 9 coming up for the Vikings from just inside their own 31-yard line. All right, big play for the Trojan defense now. We all want to hold them down here. 3rd down and 9. Cole wants to throw it again. Dumps one over this way. Incomplete. Intended for Undercuffler. Defended over there by Bauer. But it'll bring up a 4th down and 9 now. So Cole couldn't get that one off. He got a good rush that time from UD. And Cole unable to really get any kind of leverage on that pass. Threw it well behind Undercuffler. So it'll be a punt situation here for the Vikings again. Motter and Savage back to receive this punt. A high snap, but handled well. And the punt's going to go over, and let's see. Jim Savage will take it out here at the 40-yard line and be tackled almost immediately. So Jim with a good catch, and downed almost immediately at the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 UDA.
Trojan 40.
Anybody else?
Trojans, of course, took their lumps the last couple of years, but this year is supposed to be a much different thing. And so far, it looks very, very good for our beloved UDA Trojans, as they look like a pretty good ball club out here. And hopefully we'll get better every week. First man through there is Stinscomb, and Stinscomb rushes ahead for about 3 to the 30 or to the 43-yard line. Be a game of just about 3 or so, maybe 4. 2nd down 6. Okay, we'll give them 4. Call it 2nd and 6. Shell flanks out on the far side this time on his 2nd and 6 play. And a handoff again to Stinscomb, and this time Jason's got about 1. To the 45-yard line. Not too much on that one at all. It'll be 3rd and 5. Keyed on Jason that time, and Stinscomb nailed almost right at the line of scrimmage. Was able to fall ahead for a yard, but that's all. So we'll bring up maybe a passing situation here. We'll see. They'll put Hunter and Szymanski out on the near side, Shell on the far side of the field, and line up Motter in the backfield. Motter's got it. Up the middle he goes with it. Tony Motter with some running room. Look out. Tony can go. Tony down here to the 30-yard line, to the 25. Tony still on his feet and dragged down here at the 10-yard line. What a fine run by Tony Motter, and there's a flag back here, though. So hold everything. It's going to be a personal foul clip against the Trojans. Oh, that will nullify just a fine, fine run by Tony Motter, but there is a clip on the play, and so that's going to bring this one back. That's unfortunate. Tony really, really with a nice run that time. They're going to mark it back to the 48-yard line, I think, of Upper Dauphin. No, it's going further than that. Back to the 45-yard line of Upper Dauphin. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5, so it takes it back to about the original line of scrimmage and bring up a third and a short 5. And timeout's going to be called by Upper Dauphin. We've got 9:33 left here in the ball game, and UD will call timeout.
Timeout.
Okay, Trojan timeout is over now. We're looking at a 3rd down and 5, or just about 5 anyway. Again, they'll send Szymanski and Hunter as the flankers on the near side of the field. Line up Tony Motter in the backfield as the running back behind Stinscomb. Jim wants to pass it. Throws a screen over here for Motter. Motter has it. Motter's going to be tackled out here at the 48-yard line as number 4 gets a hold of him.
48-yard line.
And it'll go to the 48. Short of the 1st down, bring up a 4th down and a yard.
It is 4th and about a yard.
So the Trojans now with a decision on their hands here. They want to go for this one, I would imagine. We'll see. They bring in Jim Savage. Comes into the ball game now on a 4th and a yard. I don't know if Jim will be in on this play or not. We'll see. He's going to be a flanker on the near side. Oh, wait a minute. We had the Vikings now having to call time as they were short by about 2 or 3 players on that as the ball got ready to get centered out here by UD. Vikings really short on some players, so they called time immediately. And we'll be right back. Now the Trojans have changed everything. They're going to go into punt formation now instead with Nick Huffman back looking like he wants to punt the ball.
Back to punt.
But we'll see. Yep, he's got it, and he punts it away. Nice high spiraling punt. Going to be taken, let's see, well, it's going to be down here at the 12-yard line.
Down by number 60.
Terry Grave, coming up with the downing of that football. And so the Vikes will put it in play, 1st and 10 on their own 12. It's 41 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Let's see what Cesnalevich does with this one on a 1st and 10 from his own 12. Cole hands it off. Coming up the middle with it is Thompson with Williams with a good run. Out across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Szymanski finally, Laudenschlager making a stop out there.
It's a first down, ball out to about the 23-yard line.
Decent play that time, picking up 11 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Again, it is, whoops, wait a minute. Over here for Hand, and they faked me out. As the Hand gets it out to the 28-yard line or so. Looks like Hunter and Ressler making a stop out there for UD. Gain of 7 on the play, or 6 rather. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line of UDA, of Williams Valley, of Williams Valley. On a 2nd down and 4 play coming up now. Gonna put Williams Valley's Hunter as the flanker on the far side of the field. Oh, wait a minute, we got a flag on the play. UDA jumped off sides that time, and that'll cost them 5 and a 1st down, or close to a 1st down. Yeah, it will be a 1st down, I believe. So we'll see. Looks like it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Offside penalty against UD moves the ball to the 34-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 1st and 10. Cesnalevich has a man in motion, hands this one off to the second back through. That's Hand, and Hand is going nowhere.
Stopped initially by number 70, Bob Bueller.
Bueller making a stop in there on the initial hit for UD. Also Mason on the stop for Upper Dauphin. Lost a pair on that one, bring up a 2nd and 12. The ball spotted back at the 31-yard line of Williams Valley. Got 6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the ball game, and the clock moving. And what the Vikings need to do, they need to do quickly if they're going to try to get on the board here again. Trojans want to get that ball back. Says wants to throw, I think. He's looking down the side over here. It is complete at the 41-yard line or 42-yard line. Hunter again making the reception for Williams Valley. 3rd and 3 now coming up for the Vikings. Hunter's not afraid to catch him. He says gets him out there to him. He'll catch him. And Hunter check out of the ball game now for Upper Dauphin on this 3rd down and 3 situation. Says is looking to throw it again. Fading over to the right side. Dumping one down the field. Man is out here. It is going to be incomplete. Hunter was the intended receiver. Szymanski out there defending. But goes as an incompletion. Will bring up a 4th down and 4. Jim Savage, Tony the Tiger Motter back to receive this punt. Raybuck gets a good snap and no rush, so he gets a nice kickoff coming over here for Savage. And they're going to let it roll, and it's going to bounce around and get a good Williams Valley roll all the way back to the 15-yard line, where it'll be put in play. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. 85 yards away from pay dirt. Got 5 minutes 34 seconds to get there. So we'll put it in play. 1st and 10. One out there, Motter, the center for UDA. And let's see what we can do here now on a 1st and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line of Upper Dauphin. In motion goes Szymanski. Pitches over here for Motter, and Motter with it to the 15, the 20, the 25. Motter on the loose. All the way outside, cutting it over the left side, and going to be thrown down and out of bounds. Out here, his hand finally caught up with him over there. But he goes out at the 48-yard line. A fine run by Tony the Tiger Motter. Way to go, Tony T. All right, another great run. This time, no flags on the play. So Tony will get credit for this one. And picks up some good yardage, gets the Trojans out of that deep territory, out all the way to the 47-yard line of UDA, 1st and 10. I thought Tony might break that one all the way. He got close. Savage lines up as the running back this time for UDA. He'll get lost the football, and on the fumble, it's going to be recovered by the Vikings. As Jim kind of ran past the handoff that time and lost the handle on it, so it'll be 1st down for the Vikings at the Trojan 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 44-yard line of UDA. Says wants to throw, fires one down his side. It is tipped in the air, intercepted over here by Tony Motter. Tony Motter's got it, looking for some interference. Runs the ball all the way back, and the flags are thrown. Bunch of flags thrown out here. Could be a personal foul, or let's see. Flags are thrown. Generally, we're clipping or something like that. Personal foul, face mask. Yes, it is, against the Vikings. Ball was tipped up in the air. Tony Motter right there to pick it off and ran it back to the 49-yard line, but they're going to tackle in 15. They'll take it back into the 30s here for the Trojans to put it in play now at the 37-yard line of Williams Valley. 1st and 10, Upper Dauphin. So the teams exchanging footballs here. Trojans fumble it away. The Vikings pass it away. And on the interception, UDA has the ball. 1st and 10 with 4:44 left here in the ball game. Again, Buffington in there, this time working with Savage. He'll be in the backfield behind Stinscomb. Stinscom's got it. Stinscomb breaks ahead and gets a couple of yards as he jumps across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Gaining about 2 on the play. He's 2nd down and 8. 2nd down coming up for UD. Ball just shy of the 35-yard line of Williams Valley. 2 flankers on the far side of the field. Buffing to the throw. Ball tipped. And a flag thrown. Flag down here. It's against Upper Dauphin. One of the Trojans may have left a little early that time and will pick up an offside penalty. We'll see. Certainly would appear that way, and we'll find out here in just a moment.
Motion is declined.
Motion penalty declined. The Vikings have taken the play, which was no gain on the play, or maybe 1. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 35-yard line. Tony Motter in again as the running back. Behind Stinscomb. Flankers on the far side of the field. And here comes Motter again. And Motter picking his way down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 1st down the way it looks from here.
And Shea on the play.
Shive and Shea making the stop up there. A nice run that time by Tony Motter, picking up about 10 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10. The ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line of Williams Valley.
At the Viking 25.
3:45 left here in the ball game. Trojans would like to get 6 more. Kind of equal their output from last week. Put 34-0 against those Beavers of Lebanon Catholic. Passing situation. Jim dumps a screen over here for Savage. Savage got it down to the 20 and he gets tripped up as Jim kind of lost the footing down here around the 20-yard line and had some extra yardage to make that time, but just couldn't quite stay on his feet, and he's tripped up after a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. On a 2nd down and 4, it's going to be, well, let's see, Motter with a bump in the backfield, springs off the left side, down to the 10, down to the 5, in for 6. Motter from 19 yards out goes in for 6, and it's now 33-6. Tony Motter got a little bumped around in the backfield as him and Jim Buffington collided back there, but Tony took off, and with that good speed he has, he was able to scamper in from 19 yards out for a touchdown. So Trojans take a 33-6 lead, and again, Buffington will try the extra point from Faust holding. See what kind of snap we get this time. We'll stay a little closer. Good snap. Placement's down. Kick is up. Kick is no good. don't know what's going on with that kick. It was partially blocked or what, but it was no good, so it's 33-6. The Vikes will get the ball back with only 2 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the contest. 2:41 left. It's 6:30, 33-6. The visitors, that's us. Okay, we got a new kicker in the ball game. Jim Savage is going to kick off this time for UDA.
Savage will kick off.
And here he comes. Gets the left foot into this one and kicks it down here, and it's going to be picked up at the 22-yard line. This is Hand with it. Hand tries to go up the middle, and he is going to gather a crowd at about the 32 or 3-yard line, where he'll be tackled out there by Rafe, Cucker, Savage, and Laudenschläger, they say, making the stop out there for UD. 2.5 minutes remaining for the Vikings. 33-6 is the score, and they'll put it in play on their own 34 almost, we'll say. About the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. Hand in motion, but the handoff goes up the middle with it is Willams, and Willams with a good rush out to the 44, nearly enough for the first down. So Willams has been basically doing all the big running for Williams Valley tonight, and he has had a good night at it. Vikes call timeout. 22 remaining in the ball game. The Vikings elect to send in the B squad. And you can't blame him for that, as Coach Schwalm tries to find out who some of these boys are here. It's a young team, and he needs to know what some of these kids want to do and what they can do. Handoff this time is to 90-something or whatever his number was, and he won't get much out of this as they'll keep it on the ground and wind the clock, or 29, I beg your pardon. Herb Fry on a carry for no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Trojans in the meantime with a couple of New Jerseys in there also all over the place here, and fellows that I'm not sure of. Faust, of course, I know. I'll have to pick up some of these guys later on. Barge, I think, is 83, although I wouldn't bet money on that. At any rate, here's the 2nd and 10 play. Motion coming over this way. Quarterback will hand this one off, and Fry again with the ball. Carries it for 1 yard. Stopped in there by number 58. Of the Trojans, along with Keeney. Out to the 45-yard line it goes. Here comes Bammer Batts, number 24. Him I know. Lycan's very own Kenny Bam Bam Batts in there. Mike Long is number 58 for UDA. 57 also in there for Upper Dauphin. This is the 3rd down and 9. That's Joel Miller. Quarterback would like to throw this one. He drifts back, fires one down the right side over here. It is complete, but incomplete it goes. It looked almost like a completion, but it knocked out of there by Brian Faust. Taking him out of there quickly.
6 yards tonight on 27 carries.
Motter has over 200 yards, I think. Terry Motter, I think he said. Tony Motter, rather. Over 200 yards. Here's a punting situation. Boy, just got it off, and the punt's going to come back this way. Hit a UDA guy, or are they going to rule that there's something going on down here? The flags all over this play. I don't think they gave him a chance to catch it. You know, it's fumbled, and it's going to be Viking football. So somebody muffed that one on the punt, and so it will be Vikings with the ball at the Williams Valley 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikes. 46 seconds is all that remains in this one. Trojans up 33-6, and going to go 2-0 in the season. There's a pass incomplete out here now. As I was talking to the coaches over here, they're going to say it was a fumble. It's a fumble, and the Trojans have recovered that play. It was a pass play, but it was a fumble on the pass. He never did throw it. He knocked it out of his hand. I'm sorry I missed that play. But at any rate, that gives the Trojans the ball back now with just 36 seconds left, and the ball on the 47-yard line of UDA. The Trojans will let's see, who's going to be the quarterback here? Faust, I guess. Yeah, here comes Brian Faust. He'll be the quarterback on this 1st and 10. Keeney is in there, Laudenschläger. sophomore Jim Savage in there too, and the Trojans are called time as we get her together here. Okay, Trojan B squad, you might call it now. It's out there. And we're going to see what they can do on a 1st and 10. 36 seconds these guys have to do something with it. And Brian Faust at the quarterback spot. Puts a man in motion over this way. Pitches back here for Savage. Savage gets one tackle, and he's going to go out of bounds over here. And that'll stop the clock as Jim has run out of bounds after a gain of about 8 on the play. Or 9. Very close to the first down, actually. Well, picked up 9. Be 2nd down and 1. 26 seconds left. I don't know if Jim wanted to get out, but he did, and stopped the clock with 26 seconds remaining. They're playing basically out in front of us here now. 2 flankers on the far side. Savage lined up as the running back behind number 28, Keeney. Handoff is to Keeney. Keeney tries to go over the left side over there, and he has enough for the first down.
Number 86.
Takes it down to the 42-yard line, and that might be the final play of the ball game as the clock now counting down to 12 seconds. So we congratulate Coach Ayers and all the coaching staff and all the ball players out here for another fine effort here at Williams Valley. Got a little sloppy at times, but in the end, you know, when you come up with a 33-6 victory, what can you say? Another good one. So the Trojans have won 2 in a row here in the early going in the 1998 season, and makes it a actually overall 3 in a row ball game going back to last year, 3 in a row record. And so next week we go to Blue Mountain, I think it is, or someplace like that. No, Shenandoah Valley, I think. Yeah, Shenandoah Valley, wherever the heck that is, and we'll find out what we're made out of up there against those Shenandoah Valley boys. So see you then. Congratulations, and another fine effort from everybody tonight, and we'll look to do it again next week. Keep up the good work, fellas. Catch you later.